Topping our news, a Browning man admits to sexual abuse of a minor after starting a long-term sexual relationship with a 13-year-old girl. Kristy Guardipee Jr. entered guilty pleas to 3 federal charges. The 35-year-old is accused of raping the victim on her 13th birthday, then multiple times in the year following. The victim told the FBI she remembered that first encounter because it was, quote, both her birthday and a special day for her. Authorities also found nude images of the victim and other minors on Guardipee's cell phone. He faces a fine of up to $250,000 and 20 years in prison. The man who led Great Falls police to a meth lab over the weekend appears before a judge this afternoon. 36-year-old David Trine is charged with operation of a clandestine laboratory and obstructing a peace officer. Officers allegedly contacted Trine over the phone from outside of the home where the meth lab was kept. It took police 6 hours to coax Trine out of the house. He allegedly admitted to assisting in the production of methamphetamine. Trine's bail is set at $50,000 that runs concurrent with his bail on other outstanding warrants. Also in district court news, a Great Falls teen is charged with allegedly stealing a car, then driving drunk and running away from police early this morning. Raymond Rudisil faces 1 felony and 11 misdemeanor charges. Police say they watched Rudisil run several stop signs just after 4 this morning. When they tried to pull him over, Rudisil reportedly tried to run away, unsuccessfully. The 18-year-old is a habitual traffic offender with a suspended driver's license and 1 previous DUI charge. Court documents say Rudisil failed several field sobriety tests this morning, but he refused to provide a breath test. After a day of sunshine and warm temperatures, changes are moving in. Meteorologist Matt Jones joins us now with details on our next chance of rain and snow.
That's exactly right. Just a couple hours ago, we were in the 60s. Right now, we've already dropped 10 degrees out there, so temperatures are really cooling off. It's 53 right now in Great Falls. Look at that up in Cutbank, 41. That is all that cold air moving south from Canada behind that cold front. Still 66 though right now in Helena, so wide range in temperatures across the state. We will see rain and snow developing overnight tonight, and I'll have an updated look at your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Katie, back over to you.
Thanks, Matt. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has temporarily halted a judge's order that removed limits on Montana's campaign contributions. This means state law limiting campaign contributions stays in effect for now. Judge Charles Lovell struck down those limits 1 week ago, but Montana Attorney General Steve Bullock immediately filed an emergency motion to keep the limits intact pending an appeal. Judges from the Ninth Circuit issued the stay today and asked Lovell for his full reasoning for striking the law down so the panel can look further into the case. Lovell did provide his full reasoning in a 38-page document which confirmed his ruling that the limits are unconstitutional. But the appeals court has yet to make a ruling on the full reasoning, so the spending limits go back into place for now. Political veteran Jesse O'Hara is facing a challenge from newcomer Colter McCarty in the House District 18 race. We asked both candidates what they feel is the biggest issue facing their district.
You know, the biggest issue is, in my opinion, just the gridlock, the partisan bickering, and just having nothing actually getting done in Helena. When you look at politics and politics in general, and especially when applied to individual districts, you want representatives who can work together, who aren't just going to stay in Helena, spout their party line, and not get anything done.
If we get you know, our economy rolling a little bit more, and I think we're one of the better, we're in a better state than most because of oil and gas and our natural resources. Coal has got some big potential if we don't damage that. But so I think the economy and jobs is the #1, and I think most people would agree with that.
In an effort to give you more information, we have asked each candidate to fill out a few questions for our website. We posted the responses from those who replied at KRTV.com. The political conversation continues every Wednesday morning over the airwaves through the only local radio political talk show in the area. KRTV's Tara Grimes sat in on Politics Montana with Rick Trine to find out what the man behind the mic hopes to accomplish through his weekly show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you could join us. We're talking with Democratic candidate for U.S. House of Representatives.
Rick Trine doesn't deny it.
I'm a political geek and a policy nerd, and I just love it. I love politics.
But it's that passion that fuels his radio show every Wednesday.
Welcome to Politics Montana with Rick Trine.
The mission of the show is to help people understand the issues and the candidates and what's going on in politics. A lot of people don't like politics, so I try to do it in sort of an entertaining way.
Trine has tried his hand at politics on the Republican ticket, but he's still committed to hearing both sides. And it's through engaging the audience that Trine says he hopes to educate and enlighten his listeners on local and state issues. His show includes call-ins, emails, and comments from his blog.
From Liz here in Great Falls, she asks, hello, I would like to know how Ken feels about gun rights.
And of course, one-on-one interviews with candidates.
I really got interested in the one-on-one interview format and taking a little more time than just 5 minutes, taking an hour or a half an hour, and really getting in depth a little bit on issues and people.
But what you hear on his 1-hour radio show every week isn't all the work that goes into it.
We put 3 or 4 hours worth of preparation into doing a show. Even if it's a local candidate, I still do a lot of preparation because I want to know, who I'm talking to, what they're trying to accomplish, and sort of get a background. And it's been very educational for me as well.
A truly one-of-a-kind show, pushing the debates and attacks aside and just opening the door up to simple conversation. In Great Falls, Tara Grimes for Montana's news station.
Trion's 12-year resume in radio and television includes a show called Volunteers Make It Happen and local stories on National Public Radio. His current show is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on 102.7 KINX. Well, it's been more than a month since Little's Lanes was forced to close its doors due to a broken pipe that flooded the bowling alley. The closure left leagues on the hunt for temporary homes. KRTV's Beth Beachy looks at what this means for avid bowlers.
Oh, we've been bowling for a long time, probably about 30 years together.
The A to Z Women's Bowling League started in 1952. So when the league's regular alley flooded on what was supposed to be the league's first day, they were left to scramble.
We absolutely wanted to continue the league. We've raised children, grandchildren, and everything. It's just a great family league.
MARGE HILLYARD's been secretary of the league for 30 years, and the reason she was adamant to find a temporary home was because the league's so close to her heart.
It's the people in it. We're just a big family.
Little's Lanes had no choice but to close its doors 5 weeks ago when an underground pipe burst and the flooding warped all its lanes. Owners can't begin renovations due to insurance issues, and nearly everyone, including ELKS employees, hopes Little's gets to open back up for business soon. In the meantime, the ELKS Lodge opened its doors to the A to Z ladies and a few other leagues.
It's for the bowlers. I mean, the ladies here, the senior leagues and stuff like that, they're great people. We're a Band-Aid until Little's gets healed and up and running again.
And now the ELKS Ladies League has new teams filling up the lanes, which makes Ruth Casisto one happy bowler to be out bowling with some new ladies after her broken hip.
It makes me feel pretty good that I can still bowl. I'm not very good anymore. My averages went way down, but at least I'm out there trying.
And until Little's is back up and running, the A to Z ladies will keep going frame by frame.
It's a fun league, and everybody cheers for everybody. And if you bowl good, you bowl good. And if you bowl bad, who cares?
In Great Falls, Beth Beachy for Montana's news station.
And Little's Lane says their doors will stay open each day, despite the fact that the bowling alley is not open. As soon as insurance issues get sorted out, they will start repairs immediately. All right, Matt Jones joins us now with a look at what's going on. Going to strike out on this forecast?
Well, it's looking like we're going to see some rain and snow tonight, but I guess that's good news because we still need that moisture. It's still very dry out there. It's going to cool down as well, and if you look outside right now, those clouds have come in, rolled in very fast. We're going to see wintry mix developing overnight tonight. Skies clearing Thursday along with some cool temperatures, and get outside on Friday because we have so much warmer air just on time for the weekend. I'll have an updated look at your forecast coming up after the break.